I want to start with some sound of the week. Here it is by Micah Parsons, Cowboys player.
Mike can leave and go wherever he wants, but the guys I kind of feel bad for is guys like Zach Martin and guys who might be on their last year or on their way out, because that's who I wanted to hold the trophy for. You want to win games and do great things with those type of legends who put in more time and work than Mike McCarthy ever did. So those are the kind of guys that I have so much sympathy and hurt for.
Oh, Micah. Not the best look. Your thoughts to what Micah Parsons had to say about Mike McCarthy after the game?
I mean, listen, the locker room used to mean something. Locker room used to mean something because Shannon knows this as well, is when in the locker room, it's a sacred place where you could, have these type of discussions behind the scenes. Everything wasn't meant to be, out in the open. I know in the media we want to pull the curtain back and expose and all those type of things. But that's just really not the way the locker room is supposed to be, okay? We need to keep things in-house. And so my problem with a guy like Micah Parsons, and listen, first and foremost, Micah Parsons is a great, great football player. But the problem I have with like Micah Parsons and a lot of these podcast boys out here is they want to be exposing all the things that's going on behind the scenes. So putting all their thoughts out there for all of us in media to consume. But that's to the detriment of the team, okay? It's to the detriment of the team. I understand that the team is not doing well, but what good does it do for Micah Parsons after a bad loss where y'all got smacked every which way against the Philadelphia Eagles? What good does it do to undress your head coach in the manner in which he undressed him after the game? You might have issues with Mike McCarthy. You might not like the way, the way he put the game plan together. You might not like the way that he does things as a coach. But there's something called respect for the man that's coaching in your building, okay? And so for me, I just find it disgusting that for you to go out there and talk in the manner in which you talked about the head coach, because it does nothing to help the Dallas Cowboys at this point in time. We haven't even reached Thanksgiving yet. This thing could get a whole lot worse moving forward when you got guys out there saying the things that he's saying in front of the whole media. It just doesn't make any sense. Shannon, I've never heard a player.
Well, I don't agree with what Micah Parsons said. I want to investigate and know what he said and a little more than ESPN did and totally just calling him a jerk. I do think what he says was probably wrong, and it is a total distraction. But is some of what he said is true? Maybe. Are Cowboys fans and staff in trouble? And are the owners in trouble? Maybe. Probably. And just get ready for Week 11. What happens with the locker room? Does Jerry Jones and Mike McCarthy totally lose the locker room? Mr. Jerry Jones, you need to hand the keys over to a general manager or hand the keys over to your son, who will hopefully hire a general manager. The Cowboys may never win a Super Bowl if you don't hand the keys to another guy before you die. That's Sam on Smack. I asked myself if this
freaking out today, should they be?
Absolutely. This offense is broken, and they're breaking the quarterback. This is as broken a pass game as you can have in the NFL. There's nothing better, or there's nothing that is getting better. The same issues, holding the football too long. So just a couple clips. Play fake, man coverage. I mean, we're holding on to the football for almost 5 seconds. No one was open. Check it down, throw it away, do something. We have to play faster at the top of our drops. 3rd and 7. Caleb drops back. No one's open. Okay, great. Move. Get off your spot. Playing so slow at the top of your drop is an issue. That ball should be out right now. DJ Moore is open. You're picking the top guy. It's late, and then it's a missed throw because your feet are so late. This is a curl flat read. Everybody in the NFL knows it. Caleb is running from the pocket, getting out of the pocket before anybody's actually even in their route. The pocket, just one shuttle move, and you could throw that football down to that curl over the top at the top of the screen. I think what's going on is this isn't just one thing, everybody. This isn't one thing. If you're Ryan Poles, the general manager, hit the panic button. How do I fix this? How do I stop this? Who is going to fix it? The quarterback at the top of his drop is playing way too slow. He's seeing it way too slow. There are moments when guys aren't open. He will not throw the football away right now. The offense, there's nothing easy. I don't like the scheme. I don't think they're doing anything to help people get open. That's how you get a broken offense.
D-Wood, what is it that we are seeing here? Because if you consider what's happened in Chicago, and for those who don't know the history of it, they drafted Mitch Trubisky. They kept a lame duck coach for 1 year, and everything went sideways. They drafted Justin Fields. They kept a lame duck coach for 1 year, and everything went sideways. They drafted Caleb Willams, the most talented of them all by far, a player who was drafted #1 because he is gifted beyond belief. Of that, there remains no question about his gifts. They keep a lame duck coach. It looks very much like the pattern is repeating itself.
More quarterbacks are broken than made, especially in these type of situations right now. And what I fear for Chicago fans is this playing itself all over again in Chicago, where you're keeping a coach that, quite honestly, you probably should have hit the reset button last year and just gone in with a whole new slate, knowing that you were going to pick a quarterback, Caleb Willams, and usher in a new era in Chicago. Now you're sitting here, your quarterback is regressing in a bad way. With all these weapons, he's getting hit, he's playing slow, they can't score. Where do you go? There's nowhere you can go from here, Rex. Like, even if you fired the offensive coordinator, you really think that's going to all of a sudden just rejuvenate this offense and going to make the quarterback play faster? These things don't usually happen when you make these type of moves in season.
You know what else is concerning?
As a Bears fan, I ask myself this. Are the Bears ever going to be good? Well, the Bears aren't very good right now. Did they need a mentor to Caleb Willams? Is he in trouble? Has he lost his playing well? In my mind, maybe they should have kept Justin Fields and maybe he would have tutored him. Or I know the way best of teaching a player is the way Alex Smith did it and Patrick Mahomes. Look at where he is now. Now they don't do this for top 5 draft picks, but it's something to think about in the future. Are the Bears gonna figure it out? Is Caleb Willams shooken? That's the Bears. Between the Rams and the Dolphins may have finally figured out how to win. They won 23-15. Dolphins are 3-6. Rams are 4-5. Is it too late for the Dolphins? This plays Michigan State. Players to watch out for the #1 Jayhawks in the State Farm Classic in Madison Square Garden. Jaden Atkins and Zeke Mayo are players to watch out for both teams. Zeke Mayo is from South Dakota State. He scored 20 in each game. Hawks senior KJ Adams is a player to watch out for, and Hunter Dickerson. And DeJuan Harris, Jaden Atkins, and Jackson Coor. Because it's a tough game, 6.5 points is the favorite, as Michigan always takes KU tough. Tip is at 5:30 and 6:30 Eastern. My score 86-80. In the last game of the State Farm Classic, it'll be number 6 Duke. Watch out for Cooper Flag. Cooper for Kentucky. Brett Otto here. Cooper Flag and Canepla are for Duke. Kentucky's Kobe Bray and Ottawa Ohio is for Kentucky. Duke is favored by 6.5. Tip is at 9. Give me Duke 75-70. And that's Sam on Sports.
Chase lined up to the right side. Looks that way. Throws that way. Caught! Chase What a night! Touchdown. Josevac to the right side. Chase to the left side. To the right side he goes. Incomplete at the goal line. The whole thing. It's so frustrating to the fans. So frustrating. That'll take us to the finish line.